Hello, and welcome to Marketplace with Charles, brought to you by Art of Skincare. Art of Skincare, the company that brings out the beauty in you. I am Charles Ngobeni. On Marketplace, we aim to empower, encourage, and equip you with the right tools needed to move closer to achieving your entrepreneurial dreams. Each week, we bring you insights from experts in different fields of business, men and women of faith, and most importantly, from ordinary people from all walks of life. Today, we take again a look at the National Lottery in South Africa, which we call it Lotto. And the man responsible for everything that the money spinner is all about is here with us again to further discuss the opportunities that are inherent within the system. Yes, there are opportunities for everyone out there. Whether you play to win or you have played and you think you have lost, there is still yet another opportunity within the lottery for you. As promised last week, my guest today is Professor Alfred Nevhutanda. He will expose a number of important issues around the lottery that go beyond panda pusher play. Stay with us for more information. You see, not all businesses should be there to make money. Yes, you are in a business to make money. But not all business is about making countless amounts of money. There are 4 levels of living that I've identified. The first level of living will be where you live on a miracle from day to day basis. That living on a miracle on a day-to-day basis is not good enough. We should live beyond the miracles. Yes, when you are broke financially, you need a miracle. Yes, when you are sick, you need a miracle. But once you have been healed, the Bible teaches us to live a life full of abundant health, not from a miracle to miracle. The second level that I've identified, the second level of living, is where everything is stable. But stability is not good enough. Most companies that I've seen on this earth that were stable, they were eventually eliminated. Stability is not good enough. You need to move to the third level of living, which I call success. Success, everyone wants to be successful. Everyone aspires to be a success story in life. But let me tell you something. Success is all about yourself, and success is selfish. You need to move to the highest form of living, of which is where you live, and not only for yourself. That's where you live a life of significance, where you are blessed to be a blessing. I want to believe that's what Lottery Board is all about. That's what this program as well is all about. It's not about making millions, but it's about spinning millions for some other people, helping people to make more millions. And if your business out there does not impact the community around you, does not help the next person around you, does not impact any other person other than yourself and your family, then you're not living a life of significance. My guest here today is Professor Nevhutanda. Prof, thank you for having you again, and thank you for making time. We have been together last week, and we welcome you again in Marketplace with Charles.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ngobeni. It is a pleasure for me to come back. Obviously, it shows that the topic I am dealing with is a much needed topic in life in order to empower our people and viewers out there. Today, expect few things that will empower you to can approach the National Lotteries Commission.
Viewers, at the end of the show, you'll know exactly what Lotto is all about. I think you'll be changed for good. you'll know and understand what Lotto can assist you. Prof, I understand lottery falls under DTI. How does it fit under DTI? Can you take us through that?
Well, you know, in 1997, when the South African government enacted the law, they felt that lottery will be best, you know, suited for the Department of Trade and the Industry, because in the lottery, there is a lot of trade to compare with other countries, the systems we are using here. For example, the IT system. That's why you cannot run the lottery if you don't have a technological partner.
Yes.
And by then, in 1997, it was viewed as something that has to be negotiated with other countries. And I cannot shy to say, through the Department of Trade and Industry, they found a better approach in the United Kingdom lottery, so that we can copy what the British are doing. So yes, it is one of the DTI member. We call it. It falls within the regulatory clusters, because there are two things in the lottery, Mr. Ngobeni. We are created to regulate
Yes.
lottery and other lotteries. That is, that refers to people who are robbing people in terms of the SMS scams.
Yes, yes.
No, you have 2 million pounds,
Which is not true.
London, which is not true. So we are created to regulate.
And those people would like you to deposit some money in their account before you access the money which they've claimed that you have won.
Exactly. They said pay first. So the second function that Parliament gave us is to distribute what we collect back to the people. So, yes.
In other words, you're not making profit out of it.
We don't make a profit.
You are collecting money for the sake of the poor communities.
Yes. If we invest that money, of course, the fund, this NLDTF, National Lottery Distribution Trust Fund, has been created for the board to make sure that they can maximize the money they are collecting from the lottery operator, who is Ituba now. Remember, the first one was Utingo.
Utingo, yes.
Then the second one was Gidad. Now it is Ituba. That shows lottery has transformed. And Ituba is led by a woman.
Oh, brilliant.
Yes.
There's a place for women in this country.
It's a 85 billion tender.
And a woman is administrating 85 billion.
Tender, yes.
That's brilliant. Last week, Prof, we identified 4 sectors that the lottery is funding. Can we go through that, reiterate?
Yes. The money that is in the trust is meant to be distributed by these 4 sectors.
Yes.
The sport and recreation, as I said last time, it looks for bettering our grounds, making our tracks, making sure that kids at home, they've got soccer balls and they've got kids, training facilities. Here in Pretoria, we've got one of the best facility that I think during 2010 World Cup, one country was staying there because of its competitiveness. So that is sport and recreation. When it comes to charity, we look at people who are helping our grannies at home, building, old age homes, giving soup to people who are hungry, people who are also helping our HIV and AIDS patients, whether they can get help and the like. So those are the issues that are falling under charities. We can build even schools, ECD centers. We also have arts and culture.
Yeah.
Arts and culture looks at theaters, music. It also looks at dramas. It also looks at issues of faith, although we don't confine it to one faith. We say all faiths in South Africa must be promoted. In other words, if a church wants to host an all-inclusive function, they can apply. So it's part of the arts and culture.
Arts and
in other words, we also promote, culture, the language.
Yeah.
If you are a Tsonga person, we want to know how the Tsongas dance, the vendors dance, how they sing. So we promote those things. There is another one which is miscellaneous. Miscellaneous is for projects that come as an agent project. Say, for example, there's the window of opportunity has been closed, so and you have got a church choir, like for example last year, Christ Worship House choir visited America. We funded them.
Oh, brilliant!
Because they were exposing South African culture in the United States. So those miscellaneous is for those projects that are urgent and projects that are not that don't need a lot of money because the percentage is very little.
And they don't have to fall within the first three categories.
Yes, they don't have to. If they fall, then the criteria is it urgent?
Is it urgent, like the one that you gave? I mean,
yes.
Worship House.
Yeah.
It could fall under arts and culture.
Yes, exactly.
But it was something a bit
urgent. It was something urgent.
And they had to go out of the country.
Exactly. Even our this South African choir that has performed so actively in South Africa, which goes across the country. So sometimes if they apply, we give them money. If, for example, the SASCOC, South African Committee of Olympics,
yes.
If they've got an urgent tournament, which is of national importance, we do give money. For example, you remember the kissing party that once happened here in South Africa for the youth.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, the youth went to, I don't know which country, but they agreed that they are going to host the World Youth here in South Africa. They never told the government, and the government couldn't plan. So when they came back, it was just bring heads together. So as the lottery, we participated, we helped them, although the outcome was not what we were expecting. Yes. So that is miscellaneous. It is meant for such organizations.
You're a real good Samaritan, Prof. Tell me, if one wants to access these funds, what documentation are you looking at? Because, it's one thing to know that there's money there. It's one thing to desire to have the money. But what documentation do we need?
A very good question, and thank you very much, Mr. Ngobeni. What organizations should know outside there? And I will also recommend that churches, if you are listening and you are watching, take heed of. And I'm sorry to say, the apartheid government didn't tell us the truth. It is the current government, the democratic government, because the apartheid government, churches like all this NHIE, other reformed, they had NPOs to look after the elderly people, to look after children. Those soup and clothes, they were not getting them anywhere. They were getting them from the money, because before we came into being, they were provincial lottery. Like, for example, in KwaZulu-Natal. So those monies were aimed at establishing, these big changes. So what is needed for somebody to apply? You must have an NPO certificate.
Yes.
Where do you get it? You get it at the Department of Social Development. It is governed there by the NPO Act. You can go to DTI, the very same department we report into, and approach CPIC to register a non-governmental NGO.
Yes.
We used to say it is NGO or Section 21.
Yes, Section 21.
Nowadays it is NPC, non-profit company.
Okay.
And those, that thing, you can register it in 2 days.
It's a simple thing to get.
Yes. You can have a community trust or a foundation. But care must be taken. It can't be Professor Nevhutanda and the kids.
And the family.
And the family. And you say this is an organization that will help other people.
In other words, it mustn't be a family trust.
Exactly. It must not be a family trust. You can have CBOs. For example, a school can apply. A university can apply. It is only now that even government organs, like the municipality, they used to be given that opportunity to apply for a non-funded mandate. But now we are now prohibiting them to say, no, don't apply. So those are the entities that must apply. Secondly, if you are a new organization, you must have opened a bank account.
Yes.
Because we don't give you money, we don't have cash at lottery. So that people mustn't think that if they come there
with AK-47,
we'll give them cash.
Yeah.
No, you just come with a bank account. We also need, if it is a small organization, at least management account.
Yes.
You can't just open an account and don't put 20 rand or 1,000 and the like, so that at least we can check whether, if we will give you money, will you be able to safeguard the money, to control the money.
If you're not faithful with the little, who can trust you with much?
Who can trust you with much? So you must have a management account if you are a new organization. If you are an old organization that is traded, we must check your history. At least 2 sets of audited financial statements.
Yes, and they have to be audited.
They have to be audited so that we can check how you trade yourself. The other thing is that we need IDs of directors who are in that NGO. And lastly, we also need referees.
Yeah.
You must tell us who can give a recommendation. And we don't want your friend, we don't want your relative. We want somebody whom you say you can go and ask. You know why we do that, Charles?
My wife can always give me the best reference.
Exactly. Yes. Last year, I found one organization that needed 60 million. I found that it is a crèche which is run by a mother, a child, a son-in-law.
That's a family business.
It's a family business.
On that note, Prof, this is quite interesting. Thank you, viewers, for watching Marketplace with Charles. Let's just go for a break. We'll be back with you shortly. Welcome back to Marketplace with Charles, brought to you by Art of Skin Care. Art of Skin Care, the company that brings out the beauty in you. I am seated here with my guest, Professor Alfred Nevhutanda, the chairperson of the National Lottery Board. He has a wealth of knowledge as far as Lotto is concerned. Viewers out there, did you know that Lotto is not all about playing and winning, but it's more to it? And with my guest here, Prof Nevhutanda, is here to explore and bring out all this information. I want to believe that at the end of the show today, you realize that every South African does qualify to get funds from lottery. There's no reason why you should stay poor. There's no reason why your community should stay poor. Prof, is there any criteria that guides you in adjudication process? You know, we discussed that the documents that you need to bring, and after you brought those documents, you apply for the lottery fund. What criteria is there when you adjudicate?
Well, the criterion number one is, does the application comply?
Yes.
With, in other words, those things that I've mentioned.
The sectors?
Is either the sector,
the books,
is it in
financials?
The financials, yeah, VIN IDs. So if it qualifies, it will be scanned into our system, and then it will be packaged for adjudication. Now, who adjudicates?
Yes.
These are distributing agency members. Before this year, it was a part-time job, but now the DTI has helped us to appoint people on a full-time basis to adjudicate from Monday to Friday. What they look when they adjudicate is this application. What does this person want? If it is a festival, they ask themselves a question: are there no many festivals? Is it just in order to get money? Is this project a legitimate project? Then they look at the proposal. After looking at the proposal, then another criterion, the finance, how much is required. Because you don't just tell us that you want 20 million. We want to see what makes 20 million.
And what do you want to use it for?
Yes, what do you want to use it for? So you do a budget breakdown, and we call it a narrative budget. In other words, even a pair of shoes, you must tell us how much it will cost. You must estimate. If it is a building, we need even the building plan and also the quotations of the material that you are going to use. That makes the adjudicating team to say, this person, we can give him the money.
You know what I like about the beauty about this is that this is money which you don't have to pay back.
Exactly.
You know, but having said that, this is money that you don't have to pay back. I know people can apply for this money just to abuse it, to misuse it. What forms do you have in place to make sure that people don't abuse the funds? Do you go back to them and check what they're doing, or what do you do?
Okay, no, a very good question. You know what? Before the application is being adjudicated, we shall have already sent our M&E, monitoring and evaluation, to go and check, because some people lie that we have got an office when they've got...
And they don't have an office.
They don't have an office, and when you go to them, they meet you in a coffee shop. So M&E goes and check. Even when the project is being implemented, they go and check and evaluate. What we also do is that we pay you in tranches. We don't just give you
in
20
bulk.
million.
Yeah.
No. We say no, the first tranche, second tranche, third tranche. If you get first tranche, the second tranche will be paid on condition that you give us a satisfactory report.
Brilliant. Yes.
So we will look after the projects. We check how they are doing, and we also tell communities around you that if you see anything wrong, there is a toll-free number where you can report a fraud.
Ah, that's good. I love that. Then you really take care of this money.
Exactly.
But is there any cut-off date for application, or can I apply throughout the year, anytime, whenever I feel like?
Oh, well, I think this week I came at the right time.
Yeah.
One of the things that my board is proud of, they became a game changer. In the past, we used to say it is a call of application maybe this year, and we skip another year, we make another call of application a year after the other one. With the help of the DTI, we have opened calls. The time you feel you want to apply, because needs don't happen at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
It happens differently. You pop in and submit your application.
I love
There's
that.
no closing date. There's only opening date. As I'm talking now, if you feel like submitting your application, you come and drop it.
So now you have open, and I can apply from now going onwards throughout the whole year.
Yeah, for the whole year.
Prof.
We'll only advise you where we are putting more emphasis, maybe at the end of this year. Yes.
Prof, it was nice having you.
Thanks.
And we really appreciate you sharing the heart of Lottery Board. Viewers out there, we have come to an end of yet another informative show of Marketplace with Charles. It has been great having you. I hope you have learned a lot today about lottery and how you can access these funds. It's money which is readily available, free of charge. You don't have to pay it back. All you need to do exactly what Prof Alfred Nevhutanda told you to do, and you find yourself on the way to success. Thank you. God bless you. You may contact me on charlesngobeni.com or follow me on Instagram, Charles_Ngobeni. Or you may want to like me on Facebook, Charles Ngobeni. See you next time, same place, same time.